So, hi. Welcome to Surfing Sister Games, a channel where I, a novice gamer, play games and stumble through them as humorously as possible. So, yeah. Um, Thank you for joining me today, and let's get it moving. Oh my goodness. Um, let me pull up Twitch though on my other thing. Come on. Yes, my channel. There we go. And yes, watch now. But yes, there we go. Okay. I want to look at. Where's my chat? Here. There. I don't understand this. I'm having a dumb. Okay, you know what? I've got it up on my phone. Okay. Alright, welcome friends. Welcome friends. Let's play Stanley Parable. I'm probably only going to play 1 or 2 playthroughs of this, just because I don't want to play forever tonight. So, don't really have the energy. I just kind of want to mindlessly. It was chaos today. Like my work computer was like not working, and I was teleworking today, but it was not working. It was not connecting. It was like the strangest thing. So I was very upset. Yeah. Alright, do I even know what the current time is? Yes, of course I do. Oh, yeah. It is. Do I want to do the real time? Yeah. No. No. Screw you. Oh my gosh. You are dumb. Okay. Just because I don't want to deal with it, friends. I really don't want to deal with it. No, it's not that late. It's not that late. It's not bedtime yet. There we go. Confirme. Hang on, hang on. Okay? Before we get started, can I just say something? I don't know, can you? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. This is my second playthrough. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Loud noises. Yes, that's so good. So loud, babe. So loud.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We won't skip right now.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he, though?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I have a quit the game and start again notification. Should I do it? Should I do it? Begin the game again. Begin the game again. What? Begin the game again. That's fun. That's fun. Cool. I hate Mondays. I hate this Monday. Normally Mondays is a nice day. It's my telework day. You know, I dig it. How far do I go before you, Okay, so we're gonna follow the prompts for this, even though this is my second playthrough. Oh, the door's staying open. Usually it closes.
All of his co-workers
there
were
it goes.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Stanley went around touching every No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hello? Hello? Housekeeping? Hello? Fluffy pillow? I'd push that in if that were me, personally. Oh, so inconsiderate, these people leaving their stuff on. Awaiting input. Oh, I'll input something. Whoa. Ooh, hello. Username access. Then don't let us go over there. Then don't let us go over there. Oh, that one. That person's playing solitaire. Didn't think we'd notice. But we did. It's totally solitaire. That's funny. I guess everybody hates Mondays in this building. Oh no! Friend down! Friend down! Oh man, I needed this. Thank you everybody for joining. However, one person. That's it. I know. That's so good DNA was on it. I appreciate that. I find it interesting, like, it's almost like the mirror side, like the mirror dimension. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We will enter the door on our left. For this. I may do this one more time, and we might do something totally different next time. Ooh. Very much.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hey, let it ball up inside you. Take out passive aggressively. Slick. I feel like that's an actual graphic for, like that's an actual template from PowerPoint. I've done a lot of PowerPoint in my life. Okay. We can't go into the broom closet, I know, but... Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Executive bathroom. Whoa. There we go. Am I a vampire? Where's my face? Alright. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. It's kind of depressing. Gonna do a little pee-pee, a little tinkle while I'm here, because I don't know where the rest of the bathrooms are in this building, seriously. I've watched this played so many times. Can I go back in? Can I go back in? Oh, I can. Cool. Alright, cool. It's creepy. Alright. That looks like the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
creepy.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Why?
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
How do
What
you
he
reach
could
those
not
on the
have known
shelves?
was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Anybody else get Tim Burton vibes from this room? Because it's like extra oolong, you know? And into the great beyond. Can I go back in? I can. But can't go back. Already been there, so forward's the only way to go. Okay. Hiya! Oh, whoa. I went behind this thing? Interesting. Cool. Whatever that is. Oh, some kind of electrical something. Up? Down. We go down rather quickly. Ah.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Never.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ew. No like. No like. Spoopy. Like, what is the point of that? Is it just supposed to be another... Like, oh, look, I'm walking over that. Oh, okay. Cool.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
This
Control
startled me.
Facility.
Escape. Nah, we'll go this way. We'll go this way. I know where I'm going right now. This is a quick run through of this.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I have the strength? Do I have the strength? Ah, sure I do. Oh, sure.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Okay, where's mine?
Each bore the number of an employee
Fired.
in the building,
Oh.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Just a number. Sounds like a state school. Just kidding.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Ah! Oh, there. Okay.
No. He refused to believe it.
Getting
He
all dizzy.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world.
This is spooked. Oh, alright.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Oh, I get it.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I mean, will I though? I've watched this, and it's I couldn't figure out how. So there was like a walkway above, like a catwalk above the other room, and I think this is where that goes. I was really curious, and then I just kind of realized it, but I can't go up there. I can walk up here. But yeah, we're gonna. Just kidding. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and go forward, like console disabled, but like you can't touch these till you go to the other room, which is fine. But then like there must be some sequence to it. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, like with yeah. So, but we're just gonna go over here. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. What? Somebody's gotta clean up their workspace, bro. Certainly left in a hurry.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Alright, we'll go off because we are following the prompts today for this playthrough.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Ah, that sounds
Whatever
so nice.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Only way forward. Looks like
Stanley felt the cool breeze
Scottish
upon
countryside?
his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I think out of all of the endings I've seen, like this is, for me, it's like one of the most satisfying. You know, and it's like the quickest to get to, really. But yeah, so it popped me out here. Interesting. All right. Shall we or shall we not go to the meeting room? We'll see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's my bucket? I don't think I've played that far yet. I don't have that achievement unlocked.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, just to admire it, because it's an employee lounge. Hello? Hello? Oh, oh, oh. Hello? Jam it. Yeah, I mean, for an employee lounge, it's not too bad.
Truly a room worth admiring.
Where's
It
the
had
light?
really been worth the detour
What's outside?
after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your
Nap
co-workers
time.
have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
That first ending, I was gonna say, like
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
yeah, all because of Stanley. But yeah, that original ending was very very Scottish Highlands, you know.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yeah. Coffee, anybody? Let's see. Is there more dialogue? This game gets a little repetitive sometimes, so like I can only like watch or play so much of it, but oh, it really isn't gonna give me any more dialogue. That's nice. Cool. Let's read the coffee cups. Oh, there's one up under there. Number 1, Dad. Who farted? I think the coffee cups are really fun. I love my mom. Be my Valentine. Something like that. This one says what? Fuel. I'm so stupid. Coffee nut. That one, of course. Hey, Bubby. Andrew. Hang on. Are you ignoring me? Honey.
What?
Have you been here? Have you not heard me?
No.
Oh, my bad. Can you get me a little more? Please? Please? Okay, you don't have to. Okay. Anyway. No dialogue.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room
was amazing,
and took the
wasn't it?
first open
Was it
door
as
on
good
his
for you
left
as it was
to
for
get
me?
back to business.
Touch everything. Can I get a diet and the same other ingredient that you have? Okay, thank you. Okay. I could go through there, or I could go here. Let's go here. Ew.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Stop. I keep forgetting where my camera is. A4. Am I still crouched? I feel crouched. No. I'm just crouched in my chair. My back is hurting. I was doing non-stop movement today, so I did a little stretching, but I should probably do more. Ooh, 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 another coffee cup. That's not Number 1 something. Rude. Really gotta pick up after themselves, don't they? Alright. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000. Shall I jump?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the road. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
you.
Stanley leapt
I
from
died.
the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh my god, that's fun. That's fun. Thank you, honey. Love you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Of course.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
I mean, it's probably
yes,
the most comfortable
this
room that
but
I've
eager
seen.
to get back to business,
I mean, I probably wouldn't
Stanley
go anywhere
took
else
the
except for
first
leaving.
open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who?
She's been waiting.
Who? Who's she? I wonder if I could have, like, gotten back on the lift and gone back across. Because this is not ominous.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oddly horror movie, but let's go. I'm trying. How do I pick up the phone? I picked it up.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
How
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Alright, man. Hi.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man
Why
named
can't I
Stanley.
go in my bedroom? I want to go take a nap. Good morning, employee 427. Press K on your keyboard. I want to kick the crap out of you. Freaking got my heart all a flutter. Got my hopes up. And then you just smash. Smash. Like Hulk smash. She-Hulk smash. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Smash! Okay, V. Cool. Can I go? I'm hungry. I want a beer. Just kidding.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
I mean,
Now
what?
he's pushing a button.
Oh,
Now
I see
he's
what's
eating
happening.
lunch. Now He's going home.
I see what's
No,
happening.
he's coming back to work.
It's
One might
turning in
even
my
feel sorry
office.
for him, except that he's chosen this life.
It's turning into his office. Got it. Okay, so what were the K, V, I?
But in his mind,
I wonder if there's a
in his
message.
mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, that's rude. I to watch TV. Yeah, let's do it.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's
The
what happens when
thought
you're on night shift.
excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful
Bro, I
to
can't even go
behold.
back by the door. Rude. Z to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through
Ah,
this
of
fantasy
course.
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
G to tell your kids a story.
It was such a
mean my
wonderful
dog.
fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I don't fucking love you. I hate you. Just kidding.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
This is
In
not-
reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets.
It's like
the
a
more he forgets
Terrible way
which
to
life
organize
is the
a
real
room,
one.
but alright. See, I would love to go to sleep, man.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen
Just
to
go
me.
to sleep,
He won't
man.
stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Seriously though, but don't kill yourself. Don't. Ooh, my phone is on. Alright, we'll go in.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe this time.
And I tried again.
Please time.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried
Maybe
again.
this
And Stanley pushed a
time.
button. And I tried.
Ah! I died. It's never the end. It's never the end. Okay. Oh, there's a phone ringing this time. Shall we find it? Oh, it's somewhere. Which one? Which one? Which one? Is it this one?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify
Why?
that this is correct?
Why?
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
You're welcome. Well, that was fun. Okay. Okay. Pocket! Be my Valentine. That's coming up. At the time of recording this. It might actually
When
be
Stanley
upon
came to a
us
set of
when I
2 open
upload it.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're
This
still
was
gonna go
not
right.
the
There's a
correct
lot
way
of...
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do want to see if I can go
The lounge was sublime,
backwards.
a work of art, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Alright, let's see if I can do something different over here. I can't go back. I tried. Sorry, friends. I'm not going to answer
That's
the phone.
her, Stanley.
There we go.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I'll be like most of my friends, not pick up the phone. Friends. My partner answers the phone. He's really good about that. He only doesn't answer when he's sleeping, which is fair. I respect beauty sleep. Or working. And, yeah. I'm not answering it. Can I go back? Nope. So, while we're waiting on this a little bit, I'll tell you about my day. So, I was supposed to telework this morning, right? And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start with like, on my walking desk. Sounds good. Get my walk in early. So I started, and I, like, as I'm walking, I have a Bowflex tread climber, not a treadmill. So the Bowflex tread climber is infinitely more challenging. So, it was difficult to begin with, and then add like stress. I still made it 50 minutes, but like I couldn't connect this morning, and I was like, what the? I was so upset. So I was like calling on the phone with my IT guy from our IT department, and oh my gosh, like I kid you not, an hour later, like I was gonna do an hour, but like this, I was like stressing myself out, so I stopped at 50 minutes, and like I was like, all right, 51 minutes. It was pretty close. So, but it took over an hour of trying to fix the problem remotely, and it still didn't go. So it was like great. It was super fun. Yeah. Okay. So then I went into work to have them fix the laptop in person, and they're like, "Oh, you're here. We figured out what the problem was." I was like, so they worked on my laptop, they fixed it, and I went home, and yeah. But that was like the stress of my day. That took over half my day. Luckily we didn't have much going on in the office, and then like later on, like I found out that like we're not gonna have internet tomorrow in the house, or power in the house, and I have a really important podcast I was supposed to like guest speak on or whatever, and so I was really looking forward to it, so I'm really bummed, but we're not gonna have power for several hours, and it's freezing, and I had that thing going on. It was a tough day. It was a tough day. Alright, I won't bore you guys. Oh, wait, can I... Let's do this.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him,
I
filling him not
just...
just with radiance,
That's
but
not
with
what
hope.
happened.
Hope for a life reunited one... Wait.
I did make a
Stanley,
different decision.
did you just
I didn't
unplug
have to
your
wait to
phone?
let it
No,
ring.
that
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
supposed to be a choice. How
I'm
did
sorry,
you do
friends.
that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Let me look through my
It's
script.
definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow
We
an
already know that
incorrect
that's
course of action.
freaking false.
How
So
is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second.
not a mindless.
Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This
Those
is why you've
cigarette
been able
butts?
to make correct and incorrect choices. And to
Bro,
think I've been letting you run
is this
around
an
in this game for
interrogation
so
room?
long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates
is an
food
amazing
shortages
name.
across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person
If
to
only
finish
that were
their
true.
thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A back sack and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that
That's a
this room has
safety
begun to
issue.
deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly
Danger
informed on good
everywhere.
decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Ah, nice, nice. Yes, yes. Ooh, that looks a little different. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. Nope. No prompts. Alright. Why does this look different? That's weird.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform
Ah,
and dying. Imagine
makes
the main
sense.
character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Ooh.
We just need to get you home as soon as
Nice.
possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
No, no. That's why it's called a video game. Alright. Need a key card. Oh, well, that wasn't creepy. Not at all. Where's my bucket? Can I go back? Can I go back? Ah. Wait, what does that say? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Whoa.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No. Ah! Oh, hey, J-Lo. Oh, oh snap.
I'm here.
Final
I'm
Fantasy
still
music
here.
in the background
Here in
because
this pile
Andrew's
of
playing
rubbish
Final Fantasy.
with you.
If you're not, I'll message
who thought
you.
you were so clever. Now look where we are.
But
My entire game is destroyed.
thank you for
It
popping
was the
in.
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What?
But yeah,
did you think
no,
that would be funny?
Andrew's playing.
You just had to see.
Yeah.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Oh my gosh.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something,
But,
there's
yeah.
a damn good reason for it.
Andrew's playing
That
Final
thought
Fantasy
hadn't
7
even occurred to you, had it?
on the
That
PS5.
there's a world outside of you. You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole
Ooh,
underground
wait a minute,
facility.
wait a minute,
You would
wait a
have
minute.
destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting
All right.
the story first.
We'll go
I'm
left.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All
We'll go
right.
left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, hold on. Shall we piss off the narrator once more?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
I pissed him off.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Much love,
I'm
J-Lo.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
One more time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
It was a delay.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
All right, looks like
Behave
that's
exactly as Stanley would.
we'll go
That
left this
means
time.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
We'll truly
Just
go
follow
left this
my
time.
lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Broom closet? Broom closet? Come on. Bummer. Ooh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That looks different. So, initially they had stairs going down. Ooh, that's different. Oh, I can't get in there now. Oh, and that's a different what? Can't get in there. This is a different office.
Stepping inside his
Still very
manager's
Tim
office,
Burton-y.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Hello. How do I do that?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
That door looks rough.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over
I did
there.
go through the
Why
door
did
on
you
the
come
right.
this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Yeah!
Stanley came to a set of two
Whoa!
doors. He entered the door on his left.
Did I?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I need
end.
you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
can you hear me?
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story
Oh,
needs
that's
you. It
fun.
needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Okay, well,
Choose.
we're at about an hour here.
Do something. Anything.
Anything.
This is more important than you can ever know.
There's so much more
need
to
this.
this story,
The story needs it.
and I'll definitely have to
So,
explore
You hear me?
more, but
Are you there? Are you
been-
listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
about an hour. I think we got what, four
It's
or
okay, I
five
can wait. You
different.
need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct.
You know?
That is the best choice.
So
That's all right.
I think it's not too bad
I'll
for
wait
Monday
for you
night. This
to
definitely
decide
did cheer
what's
me
the
up.
right thing to do.
Sorry, Leroy.
Take as much time as you need.
Leroy Jenkins. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining me this evening. I appreciate you. We are going to go ahead and stop it there. And yeah, for tonight. Just 'cause, you know, it's been a heck of a day, and that's exactly, it succeeded in doing exactly what I needed it to do, which was cheer me up and make me a little less stressed, so I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who tuned into the stream, and very much appreciate anybody who is watching this once it's posted to YouTube. Yeah, again, sorry for the Final Fantasy sound in the background. Someone's preparing for Rebirth by playing Final Fantasy VII. So, all right, thank you guys so much, and I hope your week goes really well. I won't be playing this weekend, which is another reason why I decided to hop on tonight, and the rest of my week is booked. So, because I'm filming all weekend. Yay! Which is super fun in itself, so I'm trying to record as much as I can. Alright. Thank you all. Have a lovely evening, or lovely whatever time of day you watch this, and see you later. Thanks all.